Mr. Jesudasu Seelam.
Sir, I rise to thank the Honorable President for his address to the both Houses of Parliament assembled together on February 23rd, sir. Sir, as the House, some of the Honorable members have mentioned, the Rashtrapati address reflects the thinking of the government, the process in which they are planning to administer justice to various sections and uphold the Constitution. All these things are reflected in the speech of the Honorable President, sir. Sir, I am constrained to mention that this government has failed to incorporate the promises. We have heard Mr. Ramchandra Rao, Dr. Ramchandra Rao explaining the provisions of Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Bill. Sir, how many minutes I have, sir? Because I have some 15 minutes. The chair permits, I have to reportion my time. So suddenly the bell rings, it will disturb my thought process. 15 minutes, sir. So I would like to dwell on, sir, as you are aware, I would like to speak on AP Reorganization Bill, and then the feeling of insecurity among the marginalized sections where the Rashtrapati speech has failed to mention. I would like to dwell upon that. Firstly, sir, as you are aware, this House is witness during the AP Reorganization Bill debate. Every member of the House witnessed the promises made by the government. Apart from the provisions in the bill, there are certain 6 items which the then Honorable Prime Minister made. One is the special category status to 13 districts of successor state of Andhra Pradesh. Number 2, the fiscal incentives and tax concessions given to the state on the lines of the given to Himachal Pradesh. And sir, third, a special package on the lines of Bundelkhand and KBK districts in respect of the backward regions of the state comprising 7 districts, 4 districts of Rayalaseema and 3 districts of North Coastal. Then the fourth point, sir, because Hyderabad is going to be given to Telangana, there is going to be a 16,000 crore deficit. So it was resolved to provide not less than 10,000 crores in the first year and request the 14th Finance Commission to compensate the loss till the revenues are achieved for the period of 5 to 10 years. Then, sir, there is also a special provision to see that all these Polavaram 7 mandals should be included in the project area, because earlier in the bill, the 7 mandals were not part of the Andhra Pradesh. Thereby what happened was difficult to take, because the submerged area is one side and the project is other side. So we made a plea that those 7 mandals also should be included. So that was also agreed. And the 6th one, sir, to create a special cell in the Planning Commission to monitor the progress of not only these 5 assurances, but also the contents and the provisions made in the AP Reorganization Act 2014. So having said that, on that day, the Treasury benches, some of my colleagues were ministers, they explained under what circumstances this Bifurcation Act was to be brought before this House. Every political party has agreed, while the Congress is the last party to agree for the bifurcation. While doing so, it's with great pain the Congress party has done it, the UP has done it, but while doing so, they ensure that the future of Andhra Pradesh is ensured through the various provisions of the bill. Sir, if you look at that bill, never in the history, while partitions are, the state partitions were made, the 14 national institutes are Indian Institute of Technology, IIIT, the ISR, the Central University, the Agriculture University, the Petroleum University, and then the AIMS-like institute, and also, so the Petroleum Corridor, the Visakhapatnam Chennai industrial corridor. So all those provisions have been incorporated with a view to see that Andhra Pradesh, which is denied now because whole 40 years we have concentrated only in and around Hyderabad. So to compensate for that, to encourage the industrialization, to encourage the investments in that region, all these provisions have been made. So having said that, another 3 international airports, 1 port at Dugrajpatnam, and to develop the appropriate ports at various places in the vast coastal region. So having said that, sir, we expected that everybody in this house, the leaders of various political parties spoke with abundant commitment that Andhra Pradesh is going to be denied these economic, especially the financial bankruptcy need to be removed. So that was the commitment of all parties and leaders of this nation who spoke, sir. Then one of my senior colleagues who is the BJP leader now in the cabinet, Honorable Venkaiah Naidu ji, made a comment. In fact, we shared the leaders of the opposition were taken on board by the group of ministers while formulating this bill. Not that they are not kept. So everybody is aware, sir. Everybody, Andhra Pradesh, all 5 crore Andhra people are also aware that one day partition is going to be reality. But they all made as the scapegoat. They said Congress is the villain of the peace. Then they defeated us. We accept that we could not properly articulate in what circumstances, in what ways it has to be done, and what is the benefit the Andhra Pradesh is going to get because of this bifurcation. I am sure, sir, history will judge that in coming 10 years, if the promises, whatever promises are made, whatever the provisions incorporated in the AP reorganization bill is implemented with sincerity, to the commitment, then Andhra Pradesh should be #1 investment destination. I am sure. So that way, now Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, having ridiculed the provisions made in the Act, he said 5-year special status is not enough. We are coming to power in 2-3 months. We will make it 15 years. We need it for at least 10 to 15 years. That is a commitment. We said, excellent. Mr. Venkaiah Naidu is a senior leader. He was a party president at one point. We thought it would matter if he says. He goes to Andhra Pradesh. He assures, reassures and reassures that I am the responsible person to make all the provisions in the Act, and also I have made the then Prime Minister to say these things. The credit should go to me, he says. Fine, we agree. No problem, sir. Whoever takes the credit, we are not interested. But please deliver what you have said. Please keep your commitments. So these are the important points as far as we are concerned. But the President's speech failed to mention any of these commitments. We would have expected this government to reflect that commitment by saying one word in the Rashtrapati's speech, saying that the commitments are there, we are going to implement. Let them put a time frame, sir. We would have been very happy. Unfortunately, the 5 crore Telugu people are let down by this government, sir. They have said, Venkaiah Naidu has several times said, now and then he says, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu is not here, unfortunately. I would have really appreciated for his presence here, because he must understand how people of Andhra are feeling cheated, how they are feeling deprived, they are feeling agonized. So he says now we have to examine the applicability of various clauses. We have to examine the possibility of implementation. You must seek the acceptability of all the states. Sir, how credibility has in his words? What is the reliability of his statements? I'm sorry if they don't implement the provisions, sir, this party and there would be a liability to the state of Andhra Pradesh. I don't want that to happen, but I'm saying the Rashtrapati speech has failed to reflect the expectations of the people of Andhra Pradesh. They failed to reflect the commitments made by this government. So we would be very disappointed. We are disappointed, and we would expect the government to rectify their mistake. Second point, sir, the Rashtrapati speech failed to inspire confidence among the weaker sections, marginalized sections. I tell you one example, SC, ST and minorities, especially the Christian minority. So 1st December, the unfortunate church burning happened in Delhi. 31 days of December. Then 24th December, the Prime Minister calls the senior bishops. I don't know what he told them. They became spellbound, shocked. Christmas became a very silent affair. For the last 25 years I have been in Delhi. What happened? Why there is so secrecy? What happened? The assured Prime Minister comes and says very, very good things. We believe on his face. Sir, we in the Congress party believe everybody unless he proves otherwise. He is proving to be otherwise. Nothing happened. Sir, special investigation team, what is the progress? What is the progress? 87 days from the day 1 December 1st to 23rd February, no progress has been reported. And what confidence you will instill among the Christian minorities in this country? You will say, sir, this Prime Minister, very good dress and good address. I'm sorry to say, I don't want to criticize. I appreciate the dress. I appreciate the address. But I want to appreciate the delivery. So between what you say and between what you do is totally different. So that makes us sad. That makes us very, very insecure in this country, sir. He should do what he say. And secondly, sir, the Rashtrapati address fails to inspire the Dalits and the tribal community. Sir, I will example 3-4. Sir, there is sabke saath, sabke vikas. So where is the vikas? There are certain human development indices between the general public and the members of the scheduled caste and scheduled community. With that in mind, the then Prime Minister, Madam Indira Gandhi, has brought what is called the Special Component Plan and Tribal Sub-Plan. The scheme is to allocate population equivalent percentage of plan funds for meeting the or for bridging the gap in the socio-economic indices. Bridging the gap, the SC/ST are behind in education. They are behind in health indices. So that human development indices need to be increased. That bridge between the gap between the general population and the SC/ST needs to be bridged. With that bridging only, special component plan, tribal sub-plan is introduced. So over the years, from 79 to 2014,
Time.
5 lakh crore rupees, only I take a minute, sir. 5 lakh crore rupees have been diverted, misused, and then denied the benefit of. Otherwise, if 5 lakh crore rupees have been spent, that is why states like Andhra Pradesh, I am proud to say, the Congress-ruled state like Andhra Pradesh and the Karnataka have come up with a non-diversible, non-lapsable, the legislative framework for special tribal sub-plan and special component plan. The legislation, the central government failed to mention that will ensure that the money belonging to SC/ST is not diverted. Second thing, sir, the Reservation Act, a pending legislation, this Rajya Sabha has passed that act. Lok Sabha returned because there are certain loopholes. So the government assured that it will bring forth for Reservation Act to codify all the executive orders so far for relating to reservation. So that fails to find a place. So reservation promotion from 1955, reservation promotion is there, sir. This is all. Then we wanted, Supreme Court made certain observations. The reservation promotion is subjected to 3 clauses: the merit, the backwardness, and the adequacy. So with that we propose an amendment that has been referred to the standing committee. This government have failed to incorporate that particular aspect in the Rashtrapati speech. Last but not the least, sir, there is an act. The Rajiv ji has introduced the Protection of Civil Rights, the Atrocities Act. Day in and day out, the atrocities are committed on the members of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. So the FIRs are registered, the cases are heard, but there is no conviction. Keeping a 22 years record, we made certain amendments, the then government, but it's referred to the standing committee. The standing committee has submitted its report. This government has failed to notify its intention to bring that legislation, to carry out those amendments. So these acts of this government cause some apprehension, whether they are sincere, whether they are true to their commitment. I urge that they at least now amend their attitude and see that what they speak should be reflected in their actions. In the coming days, we are going to discuss in the budget how they provide, how much they will provide to translate what they say into action. Last but not the least, the Jan Dhan Yojana. Sir, they are only mentioning 13 crore accounts. One should not forget, this house should not forget, for the last 4 years, we have opened so many banks. We asked that it's a drive taken for inclusive financial inclusion. We have, in our period, till the government is changed, 24 crore accounts have been opened in the bank. They failed to acknowledge what the previous government has done. So whatever the previous government has done, they only put their mark, but they did not mention the accounts opened by the previous government. In all the issues, there are several issues, sir. I request at least now the AP Reorganization Act and the commitments made on the floor of the House by the then government should be honored, and the justice should be done to the people of Andhra Pradesh and also people of Telangana. Telugu people should not suffer because of the bifurcation, sir. We would like to end by saying that at least this government should rectify these mistakes and then reflect in the action the issues I have brought up. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.